MTV's research division recently completed a study of millennials and how they view the world. Half of millennials said people my age see real life as a video game, and 6 out of 10 said #winning is the slogan of my generation. Likewise, #epicfail seems to have become their anti-slogan. MTV's Senior VP for Research, Nick Shore, said the study provided a startling reaffirmation of their intuition that a game-like metaphor applies to almost every aspect of millennial life. Millennials are both a key audience for MTV and comprise a large part of MTV's workforce. And MTV believes that games are more than a way to kill time, but should be integrated into marketing plans and even workforce management. This idea that you can take elements of games and use them to motivate and engage audiences is called gamification. My name is Derek LeCaff, and in iMedia I teach the core course in Theory and Audience Analysis. This course introduces several theoretical frameworks for understanding the interactive media landscape and its participants. This video module introduces the phenomenon of gamification that has recently emerged as a major approach to audience engagement and marketing. Here's a high-level overview of this module. In this first video, we will develop a more robust description of the phenomenon, and we will look at some of the theoretical underpinnings of the gamification movement. In the second video, we will examine some useful critiques of gamification and look towards the future. At a basic level, gamification is a design process that attempts to take some of the characteristics of games and apply them to a non-gaming context, generally with the goal of increasing audience engagement. We could spend a lot of time attempting to define game, so let's borrow a definition from Jane McGonigal, a game designer. Games have a goal, rules, a feedback system, and voluntary participation. In chess, the goal is to capture the opponent's king, the pieces move according to specific rules, and pieces are removed from the board as they are captured. In basketball, the goal is to throw a ball into a hoop as many times as possible, movement of the ball occurs according to specific rules, and a scoreboard provides feedback about the performance of each team. And of course, video games, from Donkey Kong to Call of Duty to Plants vs. Zombies, also fit under this definition. The novelty of gamification, however, is the idea that almost any audience behavior, purchases, activity or status sharing, product reviews, location check-ins, might be driven by a core set of game principles or mechanics. Some proponents of gamification suggest that a game layer can be added to any existing website, process, or activity to increase audience engagement. The most commonly cited mechanics include things like point systems, badges, real-time feedback, and competition. You're probably already familiar with many gamified platforms: Foursquare's check-ins and badges, Amazon's top reviewer lists, GetGlue's stickers, and so on. If you've ever earned points, unlocked a new level, researched a completion goal, or collected a digital trophy, you've participated in a gamified platform. Gamification is now employed by a huge range of companies and organizations, from the US government to Facebook to banks to healthcare organizations. Let's look at an example. Reality Drop is a website that encourages its users to combat misinformation about global warming. The site searches the web daily for news articles and online discussions about climate change. The site then provides its users with relevant climate science data and asks them to participate in the debate. The hotter the debate and the better your argument, the more points you earn. As you drop more reality into online debates and share your messages with your friends and followers on social media, your points increase and you level up, progressing from rookie to chief. So we have specific behaviors we want to encourage and progress mechanics that reward users for their work. Effective gamification efforts draw upon research into several aspects of human psychology and behavior, and there are many theoretical perspectives that gamification designers use to help them develop better products. Jane McGonigal, for example, argues that simply adding points to an existing site is seldom an effective strategy. She draws upon research in positive psychology and the psychology of gamers, and suggests that effective game design allows players to experience positive emotion, develop relationships, make meaning, and feel accomplishment. McGonigal's PERMA model encourages the designer to first understand the fun and emotionally fulfilling components of a given system. Will the user be motivated to learn, to explore, to solve puzzles? After suffering a concussion that left her with debilitating headaches, McGonigal created an online game called Super Better to aid her recovery. The game helped her manage her difficult experience by allowing her to monitor and track her recovery. Using the language of games, she was completing quests, gaining power-ups, and stomping bad guys. Super Better is now a free game that anyone can use to help meet his or her own health and self-improvement goals. Amy Jo Kim, an online communities expert, also studies the practice of gamification. Kim's approach focuses on the engagement process itself. First, Kim argues that intrinsic values are far more powerful motivators than extrinsic rewards. This means that a user's internal desire to learn, make meaning, or belong represent a better path to engagement than points, levels, and quests. Game mechanics are not ends in themselves, but should help move a user towards specific goals, lighting the way towards more advanced and rewarding types of participation. Second, she suggests that there are different pathways to user engagement. One insight that I find particularly useful is her social engagement typology. Rather than assuming that competition between players is the only framework for designing fun experiences, Kim finds that users will also engage to collaborate, explore, and express themselves. For each user type, Kim encourages the designer to think about the verbs that describe how the user prefers to interact and to develop self-reinforcing engagement loops that encourage the user to continue participating. Gamification is now big business, and there is no shortage of consultants willing to help you learn more about the process and to sell you services to gamify your business or app. The annual G Summit is the largest gamification conference, now drawing hundreds of attendees from major companies, organizations, and governments. If you're interested in learning more about the current state of gamification, you don't have to look much further than your favorite tech or marketing blog. In the next video, we will think about some broader implications of gamification for industry and society, and look at some specific critiques. For now, please read the linked article and join your colleagues on the discussion board.